Hey there, folks. I'm Meteorologist Matt Barrentine, getting everything set up here in the Fox 10 News Now Facebook Weather Center here. And obviously, we're keeping a very close eye on. Of course, now I've got, let me, okay, I was getting some feedback there, so I had to go ahead and fix that. Now I've got the feedback fixed. All right, so what we're looking at here is obviously the level 4 risk zone that is across a good bit of Mississippi, parts of Louisiana, parts of Alabama. We have a bullseye out there, and these don't happen very often. And really, the potential there today is extremely high for some serious weather. We don't get these very often. I know we get these lower risk zones like level 1, level 2 all the time, but this is different. This is a different beast today. We have real potential out there for some damaging winds, long track tornadoes. These are put up when there's widespread severe weather, long track tornadoes, and it's a very large area under that bullseye. So it's very concerning. I've been doing this for 20 plus years, and this is one of those events that only happen every once in a while. And when they happen, you have to really pay attention because it shows all the possibility there, all the potential of being a very nasty system. All right, so once again, that's level 4, and you can see it does cut into parts of our area. That's Greene County, Mississippi. That is Washington County. That has also got it, and then also a little sliver of Clark County. Now for Mobile, actually in a level 3, which is on its own a very significant risk here. And then we got the level 2 east of 65 going back through the Panhandle. And here's one thing, we talk about this all the time. We have a lot of things going on in the atmosphere that have a lot of potential. We got a lot of instability, shear, all these ingredients in the atmosphere. But you can have all that potential, and if you don't have a system out there that can take advantage of that potential, it just won't happen. We've already got a huge system cranking up out here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Here in Louisiana, you can really see it there. This yellow box, that is the tornado watch that accompanies this line of storms that is right now marching through Louisiana, almost to the Mississippi River there. And then also starting to see a few storms popping up out ahead of it near Hattiesburg. So this is already showing, even before the heating of the day really kicks in, already have a very large system, a lot of potential there, and it's going to be able to feed on that potential as it goes through the day. And here's part of that potential I'm talking about. This is where the air is rising. So you got air rising, this unstable air is just rising up into the atmosphere. And when it rises, here's what happens to it. You got winds here strong out of the south-southeast. That's at the surface, those yellow arrows. Then these white lines are upper level winds, and they're strong out of the south-southwest. So they're turning with height as you go vertically in the atmosphere. So you have this air, unstable, moist, Gulf moisture air rising, and it's turning, it's twisting, it's rotating. And so now as those storms move in, they pick up this rotating, unstable air, and that causes the thunderstorms to rotate. That turns them into supercell thunderstorms. Supercell thunderstorms create damaging winds, and they create tornadoes, and they can create violent, long-track tornadoes. So really, once again, the potential is there, and that's why the concern level is so high. So let's take you through on the futurecast. What are we going to be looking at here today? Well, noontime shows maybe a few pop-up little showers. Doesn't show much, but then by 3, starting to see a few storms bubble up here. Main line is still here off to the west. Get off work tonight. This is where things are going to start to get dicey. You'll start seeing more storms bubbling up. The main line still off to our west. Whenever you get off work, you want to basically head home, stay inside, stay tuned to us. We'll let you know what's going on. And as we head to 8, 9 o'clock, this is when I think we'll really start to see things get very active across the area, around 8 or 9 o'clock. So it's going to be kind of a waiting game. So 2, 3 o'clock, if nothing's happening at your house, don't think that, this forecast is garbage. We think we're going to be waiting longer than that to get to most of this, okay? It's going to be late on into the evening, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Then we'll start seeing the line moving in and start seeing the storms really fire off. And there's going to be lines of storms, and inside those lines are going to be embedded supercell thunderstorms. There's one, the big ones that are rotating, that are creating the damage, that are going severe. That continues. That's 10 o'clock. I'm taking you hour by hour here because I think this will be the height of everything. And you can see once again a number of storms around the area here at 11 o'clock. Once again, looking very cellular in nature because these are supercell thunderstorms. Then we get to about midnight, and here's the hope is, and now the heating of the day has pretty much gone away, that things should begin to wind down as we get to midnight and beyond. Should. Now, there could still be some spotty, severe action in this, but it won't be as widespread as what we're going to see late this afternoon and early this evening when things are at their highest. But we'll be winding down overnight, and eventually things will be improving as we head towards the morning. So let's look at the possibilities here with this system. Once again, timing, 6 p.m. to 4 a.m., and I think if you narrowed that down even a little bit more, it's probably going to be more like 8 to about 11, maybe 8 to 12, that we're likely to see the worst of the weather. Winds, damaging winds, 70-plus miles per hour. Strong tornadoes. I mean, that's the wording there. There's smaller, quick tornadoes that we get all the time. Those EF0s, those EF1s, they do a little bit of damage, but they don't last very long. These are the big ones, the ones that stay on the ground for a while. Large hail, that's a real possibility. And obviously you don't want to be driving around when these storms are rolling in because there's going to be road flooding out there, that kind of flash flooding. So basically all forms of severe weather are going to be possible here. Once again, this afternoon, any storms that we get will be more scattered this afternoon. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s. This evening, full-on severe storm action. Temperatures in the 70s there. Winds blowing out of the southeast at 20, but then gusting to 30 or maybe even 40 miles per hour. And obviously, in the thunderstorms themselves, gusting even higher. Here's the good news. We get through today, and the weather is going to be beautiful the rest of the week and going into the weekend. 40s in the morning, 70s in the afternoon. Beautiful spring weather all this upcoming week. But to get there, we got to go through the storms that we're looking at here for tonight. So once again, let me put up the risk zones. Once again, level 4 bullseye on the deep south. Areas to watch this afternoon. Before we get into the action, we'll see warnings going off around Jackson, Mississippi, Hattiesburg, Macomb. Those areas will be under the gun in the afternoon, and we'll be seeing the approaching system and seeing what they're dealing with before it gets to us. So a lot happening. You're going to want to stay tuned to fox10tv.com throughout the day. Our Facebook page, of course, Fox 10. If your phone starts going off, check in with us immediately. We'll be on air letting you know what's happening. And I anticipate we'll be under tornado watches later on today. And we'll be seeing warnings as well. Severe thunderstorm warnings for sure, and likely seeing tornado warnings as well here this evening. So stay tuned, stay weather aware, do your best to stay safe, get in your safe place and shelter tonight, and stay tuned, and we'll keep you up to date on all of this. Once again, for everybody that's joined on our Facebook page, I do appreciate it. And I hope you've had yourself a good day. And like I said, just do your best to keep yourself safe. We'll make it through this tonight, and we're looking at much better weather for the rest of the week. Take care, folks.